Hey there, this is Mr. Ori with your One Cool Thing video for the day. Today's topic is Google Calendar. So this is designed primarily for people who are new to Google Calendar. And so I just want to walk you through the general flow of the Google Calendar. I want to talk to you a little bit about the different views, talk a little bit about how you can get apps on your phone that'll sync with your school Google Calendar. I want to show you how you can create an event and invite people, and how you can actually sync your Canvas calendar into your Google Calendar. So first things first, just kind of work the perimeter. As you are joining into different calendars, you'll start to see calendars here. You can have one for your own personal one. I coach after school. I've created a calendar specifically for scheduling teams in the weight room. You can see the month-by-month calendar where you can kind of like look ahead. If you ever get ahead, you can always click today and it'll bring you right back to today. You can see here where you can change the view, so you can take a look at week view or even the day view. So typically I'll keep it on month. You have the settings menu. Here's where you can kind of get into some of the details. I'm not going to get into that too much. You can always click right here to the other Google apps. You'll get notified of settings right here. And in fact, right now, yours may look just like this, may not have that sidebar. If you take a look at the sidebar, this is kind of a new feature of the Google Suite, and I really like it. What I had open were Google Keep. These are basically notes. You can see my notes of things I wanted to include in this video. You can also have tasks. Tasks are basically to-do lists. Each of these are apps that you can have on your phone. You'll also see these on the side when you update to the new Gmail. So it's all kind of one system that bounces around. On the topic of apps, before I kind of get much further, I want to just point out that you can get the Google Calendar app on your phone. Once you sign in, anything that you do on the website version will be on your phone. There's also within the Google Play Store, so it's the same thing in terms of like notifications and things. So if you create a calendar event and you want to be notified, you'll get a notification if you're in Google Calendar, but you'll also get a notification on your mobile device if that's what you want. So to create an event, typically you can just click the little plus sign, or you can click on the day. If you are within, say, week mode, you could actually click around when you want that meeting, right? So I would click right here, and you have just kind of like a general option. So you could say, quick meeting, and it's going to default to your calendar. Any calendars that you have on the left-hand side will be options that you can select from. I'm going to encourage you to go to more options. Here's where you can spell out some of the details. So you can pick the date and the time. You can click in here and change it to a very specific time if you want. It doesn't have to just be the multiples. You can write where it's located. You can write a note. So when you create this calendar event, you can have some details. You can even attach a file or link to something. And say I want to invite somebody. I could type in that person. Say I want to have an appointment with Julie. I would hit save when I'm ready. And if I want her to get a notification about that, I would hit send, and then she would get an email asking to RSVP to that calendar. If I don't want her to get that, I'm going to say don't send. And now on my calendar, here is that quick meeting to work with her. And I can see that shows up in my calendar. If she got an RSVP, once she said yes, I would see a little green box right there. Now I have another video about how to create a calendar event that is a Google Hangout, so check out that video because that gets into some of the same scheduling things, but you can make this calendar event a Google Hangout. The last thing I want to show you is how to sync your Canvas calendar. So if you go to Canvas and you go to Calendar, Right now, I don't really have much in here because I'm not currently teaching, but if you go down to the bottom right here, you'll see calendar feed. So if you click on that, it says copy the link below and paste it into any calendar app that takes iCal feeds, Google Calendar included. So I'm going to highlight that whole thing and copy that, and now I'm going to go back to Google Calendar, and I'm going to say add coworkers calendar. So by the way, you can add a person, or you can hit the little plus sign and say new calendar. So now I'm going to say, actually, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. I want to say plus, and I want to say from URL. So I go from URL, and now I'm going to paste that crazy URL from Canvas, and I'm going to say add calendar. And now it's going to pop up right here. So it says Christopher Ori Calendar, Canvas. And when I go back, now I can see, and again, I don't have it, but now I have that Canvas calendar right here on my calendar. So you can add multiple people's calendars or even your own calendar. So now you could see potentially any assignments that you've created in Canvas showing up in your Google Calendar. Okay? So obviously there's a lot more functionality to Google Calendar. This is just kind of a little introduction. If you know a little tip or trick with Google Calendar that you think would be really cool, I really encourage you to create a screencast showcasing how to do it, or maybe comment in the comments below, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video on that. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this was one cool thing that will help you out, and thanks for tuning in. Check out the next one that comes out soon.